I'm Heather Headley, I'm 14 years old, and I'm Eric Headley's sister. And today I'm going to be presenting autism and standing in their shoes. So here's the situation. A 14-year-old boy with autism allegedly pushed his school principal. She was injured, so he was charged with assault. Now, this seems pretty black and white, but is it really? It never is that way. If we had taken the time to stand in this boy's shoes, we would have seen this event in an entirely different way. So that's why today I brought in these shoes, which belong to a teen with autism. They say that you can tell a lot about a person by the shoes that they wear, but you can also tell a lot by the way they wear their shoes. As you can see, these shoes are quadruple tied, and that tells us a lot about this teen and people with autism. The fact that these shoes are tied 4 times show that people with autism don't like surprises. They usually have a lot of anxiety, they need to have routine, predictability, and consistency. When things aren't done the same, they don't react very well. Which is exactly what happened to this teen with autism. Here I have a tray, and imagine the boy in the article carrying the tray. Throughout that day, many things weren't part of his routine, and whenever something went wrong, more and more weight was put on his shoulders. These water bottles represent the bad things that happened to him that day. More and more surprises changed his routine. His teachers were different. A car alarm startled him. He was upset by the amount of noise in the busy hallway. He was getting more and more anxious, until... The next thing you know, his principal is talking to him, and all he wants to do is get out of that busy hallway, as there's too much stress weighing him down. At that time, the principal was in the way of his escape route, so he pushed her so he could just get out of there. If we took the time to step into these shoes, we would understand how his tray got heavier and heavier, which was a completely different story. I brought this shoe with me today for one main reason. Everything I told you is part of the story of how I've tried to stand in these shoes, of how I've tried to see the world through the boy's eyes and his shoes to understand why he did what he did. This is where the school staff and police need to be standing when they interpret behavior. Right here. If they're not getting it right. Their shoes are not quadruple tied.